Do you want to make your one light portrait stand out from the rest? So let me demonstrate how I used one light to create this image. So hi everyone, this is Jiggie, a portrait and wedding photographer from the Philippines, and welcome to the channel. So before anything else, if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel and would want to learn more about off-camera flash photography, or maybe just photography in general, then this channel is for you. So you might want to consider subscribing, and while you're at it, click that notification bell so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. And if you want to see some of my images, you could always follow me on Instagram. It's at Jiggie Alejandrino. So welcome once again to my studio, and let me show you how I used one light to create that beautiful ethereal looking image. But before we get into the lighting setup, let's talk about the camera that I will be using. So the camera that I'll be using is my Sony A7R Mark IV with an 85mm 1.4 GM lens. Now the reason why I'm using an 85mm lens is because this is really just basically one of my favorite portrait lens. Now you could see all these things that are connected to the camera. This one basically just allows me to record what my camera is seeing. Therefore, every single image that you will see from here on end is straight out of the camera, unless stated otherwise, which I normally put at the very end of the video. So before I get into the settings of my camera, I think it's best that I call in my wife Coco, who will be my subject for today, so that I can properly explain how I am controlling my existing ambient light. Come on in, babe. So the most important thing to do is to control your existing ambient light. Now my ISO is set at ISO 100 because I want my ambient light, or I want my image to be the best possible image that I can get in terms of image quality, and the lower ISO will be best. Now my shutter speed is at 1/250 because that is the flash sync speed of my camera, and my aperture is set at 1.4, which basically allows me to get a bit more ambient light to come in, and I'll be using this one just as a fill light. Now the key to this one is really here. I have my white balance set at 6500 Kelvin because I want the ethereal look, and part of the ethereal look is a warm look. Now where is my light? Usually I have my light right here, my one light coming and illuminating the face of my beautiful wife. But then this time I decided that I wanted my light right here, which is about 1, 2, 3, 4 feet away from her and about a foot above her head. And the light that I'm using here is a Sony F60RM. It's just a tiny speed light, and it's modified using this MagMod mag strip. Beautiful modifier, easy to put together. And you know that this thing has zipper, so you can just put it in, easy to stash away, right? So let me take one test shot with this existing lighting setup. All right, babe? Let me now turn on my flash. The moment I turn on my flash, it automatically removes live view so I can see what I'm shooting. And let's take one shot. Beautiful. But you can see with this particular image, we're missing something. And what are we missing? We're actually missing more light in her face. It still feels as if the light behind her is overpowering the light that's in front of her face. And that's why I always have a reflector like this. This is just a standard styrofoam board. This is 2 feet by 4 feet. And you can see that I will position it. I can just hold on to it, but I will position it somewhere here. The light will be coming from here, and the angle of incidence, I want the light to reflect back towards her. If I have it coming from here, the light is just going to reflect going down here. I'll have it as close as I can to the lens of the camera so that the light will just fill up the front of her face. And again, it's so light, I can hold on to it, and I can see whether or not I am actually in the frame, which in this case I'm not. And look at the difference. That's with the reflector, and this is without the reflector. Look at how big the difference is. Beautiful. Look at that. All right, that looks beautiful, babe. How about chin up? There we go. Beautiful. How about this time? Maybe you could twist your body this way, the other way, yeah? Then tilt your head this way going down. Nice. Your shoulder's a little bit too stiff there. Perfect. Can you slightly move to your right? There. Beautiful. Love it. Actually, I'm getting a bit of the light stand in the frame, but I can just remove that in post, or I can just move my camera this way, and it's gone. There we go. Okay, yeah, that's okay. That's beautiful. You look fantastic. Don't chin down too much. There's a strand of this hair is distracting. If you're gonna put it in front, you put it in front. If you're gonna put it in the back, put it in back. All right. How about we do the messed up look? How about you flip your hair back and just look up now? There we go. That's it. That's beautiful. That's it. That's it. How about looking at me straight first? Good. Nice. I love that. I love that. That's beautiful. Love it. Chin up a bit. How about one facing me? Facing me straight? There. That's it. Good. Chin up. Nice. Oh, I love that. I love it. One more. And that's basically how we do a nice ethereal looking portrait using one light. So thank you again, babe. Thank you very much. So the key here was basically, number one, I set my white balance to 6500 Kelvin. By doing that, I gave it a warmer tone. Now my flash here in the back was just slightly higher than my subject so that I can get that light spill on her hair, but a lot of light will actually go through her head and come here, hitting this reflector and back to her face. And that's the one that gave the fill light in her face. That's why it was it's beautiful soft light, because this is such a big modifier. Okay, and my flash was set, by the way, at full power. Of course, it depends on the power of your flash, on how strong your flash is. That will dictate the power of your flash. But in this particular type of setup, trial and error is always going to be good. You could play around with having the light closer or further back, depending on how much space you have and how much power your flash has. Okay, but that's a basic lighting principle here. Light from behind, headed towards the front, reflect the light back towards your subject's face, giving that ethereal look. Set your white balance to something a bit warmer, and that's it. Okay, so if you have any questions with regards to this video, feel free to leave it in the comment section below. And I do hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please do like the video and subscribe to the channel, and while you're at it, click that notification bell so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. And if you want to see some of my images, you could always find me on Instagram. It's at Jiggie Alejandrino. Okay, till the next video.